Hi friends, I'm Mary at Alaskan Homemaker. Today we are going to make Naan Gyro with fajita chicken and tzatziki sauce. Chad and I went through a drive-through, my husband and I, through a drive-through food hut, and it was called Heroes or Gyros, whatever you want to call it. And they had this pita pocket with chicken that was spiced and lettuce and tomatoes and the tzatziki sauce on it, and it was so delicious. So we wanted to recreate it at home, and we tried it with naan bread and we loved it, and we've ate this several times, and I'm going to share the recipe with you today. Okay, so we're going to get started with the naan bread so it can start rising. We need 2/3 cup of water, 2 teaspoons of sugar, we need 1.5 teaspoons of active dry yeast, we need 1/2 teaspoon of salt, we need 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm using olive oil today. And we need 2 cups of flour. And we need 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, we've got everything. We're going to give this a mix. Put these away so I have a little more room. Now we're going to knead this for a little bit until it's a smooth dough. At first it feels a little dry, but then once you get it worked in, then it's a little sticky. Okay, that feels good. We got a smooth, soft dough. So now we're going to cover this and we're going to let it rise for 1 hour to 1.5 hours. So we're going to start our tzatziki sauce. It calls for 1/2 of an English cucumber, but I'm going to use a whole one. So we're going to grate that into this bowl. Okay, we've got our cucumber grated, and now we're going to salt it so it can draw some of the moisture out so our sauce won't be runny. So I'm putting 1 teaspoon of salt in there, and then I'm going to mix it around. Okay, we've got our cucumbers with the salt soaking and drawing out the moisture, and we're going to get 2 cups of yogurt. I've got the Greek yogurt from Costco. half a teaspoon of salt, an 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper, and we're going to start with 2 teaspoons of dill. And we need 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm using this lemon juice. Okay, let's see, we need garlic. This is my homegrown garlic. It's peeled, and I'm just gonna grate it into the dip, the Tzatziki sauce. I'm gonna do 1 more clove. These are huge cloves. It says 3 to 4 cloves, but these are really huge, so I'm gonna use 2. Okay, we'll start mixing this. We're gonna squeeze out our cucumber. So I just get a couple of paper towels and go like this. Put this right here, the cucumber. And then we're gonna squeeze it. There we go. Now we're going to get this into our dip. We're going to give this a stir. Okay, now we're going to taste this to make sure it's okay. Ooh, it's really good. We're going to cover this with saran wrap and stick this in the fridge until we're ready for it. Now we're going to make our fajita sauce. We need 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, okay, and we need 1.5 teaspoons of seasoned salt. One and a half teaspoons of oregano, see, 1 teaspoon of cumin, one teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Okay, let's make sure we didn't miss anything. Oil, lemon juice, seasoned salt, oregano, cumin, garlic powder, chili powder, and paprika. Okay, we've got everything. Now we're going to give this a mix. We're going to cover our fajita sauce until we're ready to cook the chicken. I'll meet you back here in a bit. We're going to get our lettuce and our tomatoes chopped up. I've got romaine lettuce today. Get rid of these ends. Okay, now the tomatoes. There we go. I'll bring you back here on the next step. I've got my skillet heating up and we're going to cook our fajita chicken. I'm going to get some oil. I'm using olive oil into the skillet. And then we're going to get our chicken in there. I'm going to pour the fajita sauce over it. Ooh, it smells so delicious. I wish you guys could smell it. Our fajita meat is finished, it's all done. So we're gonna set that aside and we're gonna start preheating our skillet for our naan. I'll see you here in a minute. Our skillet is heated up and I have 3 tablespoons of butter melted here and I've got some chopped up garlic. So I'm going to get that into this little cup. We're going to brush this on the naan as soon as it's finished. We're going to brush each one with this garlic butter. We're going to put a little bit of salt in there. A half a teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to pour some parsley in there till it looks good. There we go. And there's our garlic butter to brush on our naan. We're ready to start our naan. Our naan has risen nicely. We're going to take it out, and this makes 8 naan. Okay, so I'm just going to eyeball it and split it into 8. And you don't want these to dry out, so you just stick them in your bowl and cover them up while you're rolling each one. And you need a little bowl of water. And then we've got our garlic butter here ready to be put on the naan after they're finished. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, and then we need a little bit of flour. And we're going to roll these kind of in an oval shape. Okay, that looks good. And now we're going to take our water and we're going to just put a couple dips onto here. So it's not soaking, but it's wet. And then we're going to put the wet side down. And it's going to get some bubbles on it. So there's some little bubbles starting right here. And the pan was dry. There wasn't any oil in here. Okay, now we've got some good bubbles. We're going to flip it over and then we're going to put the lid on. And we're going to do that with each one. We're going to put the wet side down, and then as soon as we flip it, we're going to put the lid on until it's done cooking. And then we'll get this garlic butter brushed on there. Okay, and that looks good, and that's what the other side looks like. So there's our naan. And then we're going to take our garlic butter, and I just put garlic butter on one side of the bread. Oops. And there's our first one. I'll bring it back when I get the rest finished. All of our components are done now to make our Naan Gyro fajita chicken with Tzatziki sauce on it. So we're going to put some Tzatziki sauce, some chicken. Our chicken is still warm. And we're going to put some lettuce. And some tomato. All right. And here's our hero. Now we're ready for a taste test. Let's see. Okay, here we go. That is so good. You guys are gonna love it. You guys should give it a try. It's so delicious. You guys won't regret it. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.